knock.
As the smoke clears, don't be confused. I am obviously not a macho man of the movies. I'm just a critic man of the movies named David Sheehan.
Once you were a little boy named Arnold in a little town called Graz, in a little country called Austria. And now here you are, the biggest star, one of the biggest stars in the world. Isn't that just a little amazing to you? David, I had not the foggiest idea that this would ever happen. Really?
Do you feel like you're mellowing now at this point in your life?
Well, I think it's about time, yeah, a little bit, yeah.
From Spider-Man to Biscuit Man, they have something in common, don't they?
I don't know, I love that you're calling him Biscuit Man.
This is wonderful stuff.
You were the happiest Oscar winner I've ever seen.
Well, I tell you, this is what it is. It's an incredibly personal moment.
So, 40 years, 39 films, and how many Oscars have you won?
0.
That's what I...
Ladies and gentlemen, Clint Eastwood.
I've spent my whole adult life in this town, so it's not like I don't want its approval.
That's interesting, your whole adult life. Now, in terms of your whole adult life,
And like Dustin once said to me, you've been famous much longer than you've been a person. You know, 'cause
There's no best all the time. There are some great performances. It's, you know, how do you say who's the greatest artist of all time? What's the best performance in a year?
when you won the Oscar for Color of Money, how did it feel when really you should have won it for The Hustler to begin with?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have any regrets about any of that stuff.
What do you hope people take away from this movie after they've seen it?
To stay in touch with that kid that's inside, that's still inside.
It seems like you have no fear of aging at all.
The cosmetics of things does not really interest me so much. I think it's one of the, maybe the unhappy features of our culture.
What do you think of how I look?
I think you're beautiful.
But don't you think I'm odd looking?
Odd? No, I would not use the word odd.
Well, I mean...
A funny choice. Oh, there was something about the idea of fleeting beauty that for the male superstar, you know, you don't have the same problem of fleeting beauty. Do you feel that?
Well, obviously, my butt isn't where it was 10 years ago.
Your butt?
Yes.
Okay.
But neither is my heart or my mind or my spirit.
You are now said to be the most powerful leading lady in Hollywood today. Do you live with this in your being? Is this something you experience? Power?
No, opportunity. I feel opportunity.
Do you remember what you imagined it might be like before you became a movie star?
Hey, cigars, you know, fast cars, girls, the road to ruin, you know.
Yeah.
David, you've known me for 20 years. Am I any different than the day that I told you I couldn't play tennis and I couldn't?
You know what? You're not really. What kind of hero is this guy in your mind? In a way, he's an
hero, anti-hero?
Yeah.
He's kind of like that. He's journeying through to something that he finds that things that he actually innately believes in.
Your choices have been so strong all the way along, these men of principle. Are you a man of principle?
No, absolutely not.
No. Tell me about this passion you had. You wanted to play this guy for years, right? Why is that?
It was the great search for a complicated, multi-dimensional, interesting character.
You go through the years and years of struggle and you know, creative growth, and you're working on your little construct of whatever it may be, and you sort of...
What I was doing was laying on my bed going, what's my thing?
Oh, right. They say you can tell a lot about an actor from the roles they choose, right? What does the choice of this role tell us about Michelle Pfeiffer? What does it reveal?
Probably being the outcast.
What motivates you overall? I mean, here you are, 76 years old, working like mad. Somebody said you were perhaps obsessed or possessed with leaving a certain kind of legacy. What is driving you now?
I don't know, but I think I've got enough films for a legacy. I don't think that's the case.
One day, way back, sitting next to your dad on the anchor desk at NBC, and Nick said, "Hey, David, my boy is trying to break into this whole acting world here in Hollywood. You got any pointers for him?" And I gave him some ideas, agents and stuff. And it occurred to me, what was the toughest part for you breaking into the acting business?
Sleeping with all the casting directors, I suppose. That's if there's advice, you know, really don't only sleep with the top casting directors, not the assistants ever.